California is no stranger to wildfires. These devastating blazes have become an all-too-common occurrence, a grim reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of our environment. Every year, as the dry season approaches, the fear of wildfires looms large over the Golden State. The sight of flames consuming vast stretches of land is both mesmerizing and terrifying, a dance of destruction that leaves nothing but ash in its wake. These infernos are a recurring nightmare. They scorch our landscapes, turning lush forests into barren wastelands. The aftermath is a haunting scene of blackened trees and smoldering earth, a stark contrast to the vibrant life that once thrived there. The scars left by these fires are not just physical, they are etched into the collective memory of the communities that endure them. They choke our skies with smoke, creating a thick, suffocating blanket that blots out the sun and turns day into night. The air becomes hazardous to breathe, forcing people to wear masks and stay indoors. The health impacts are severe, particularly for the young, the elderly, and those with respiratory conditions. The smoke travels far and wide, affecting areas miles away from the actual fire. They force us to flee our homes, leaving behind cherished memories and possessions. The sight of families hurriedly packing their belongings and evacuating is heart-wrenching. Emergency services work tirelessly to ensure the safety of residents, but the emotional toll is immense. The uncertainty of whether there will be a home to return to adds to the anxiety and stress. Wildfires have always been a part of California's ecosystem, but something has changed. In the past, these fires were a natural part of the forest's life cycle, helping to clear out dead material and promote new growth. However, the frequency and intensity of modern wildfires are unprecedented. The balance has been disrupted, and the fires we see today are far more destructive. The fires are becoming more frequent. Data shows a clear upward trend in the number of wildfires each year. This increase is not just a statistical anomaly, it is a clear indication that something is fundamentally wrong. The changing climate, with its prolonged droughts and higher temperatures, creates the perfect conditions for these fires to ignite and spread. They are becoming more intense. The flames reach higher, burn hotter, and spread faster than ever before. Firefighters are facing unprecedented challenges as they battle these infernos. The sheer scale and ferocity of the fires make them difficult to control, even with the most advanced equipment and techniques. They are burning hotter and spreading faster. The speed at which these fires move is astonishing, leaving little time for evacuation and response. The phenomenon of fire tornadoes, where intense heat and turbulent winds create towering vortexes of flame, is a terrifying new reality. These firestorms are a testament to the extreme conditions that now prevail. This is not just a natural disaster, it is a crisis that affects every aspect of life in California. Homes are destroyed, communities are displaced, and the economic impact is staggering. The cost of rebuilding and recovery runs into billions of dollars, and the emotional scars can last a lifetime. It is a crisis fueled by human actions. Deforestation, industrial activities, and the relentless pursuit of economic growth have all contributed to the changing climate. The reservoirs that once provided a buffer against drought are now at critically low levels, exacerbating the problem. Our actions have created a perfect storm of conditions that make these wildfires inevitable. The flames tell a story. They speak of a land that is parched and desperate, crying out for relief. The crackling of burning wood and the roar of the flames are a stark reminder of the power of nature and the consequences of our actions. They speak of a land parched and desperate. The dry, cracked earth and the parched landscapes are a testament to the severity of the drought. The lack of water not only fuels the fires but also makes it harder to fight them. The land is crying out for relief, but the solutions are not simple. They reveal the consequences of our unsustainable relationship with water. The dry riverbeds and the critically low reservoirs are a stark reminder of how we have mismanaged this precious resource. The comparison footage of before and after drought conditions shows the dramatic impact of our actions. We must rethink our approach to water management if we are to mitigate the effects of these wildfires. California is facing a critical water scarcity issue. The reservoirs that once provided a buffer against drought are now at critically low levels. This scarcity not only affects our daily lives but also has a direct impact on the severity of wildfires. Without adequate water, fighting these fires becomes an even greater challenge. This directly impacts the severity of our wildfire crisis. The lack of water makes it harder to control and extinguish the fires, leading to greater destruction and loss. Firefighters are on the front lines, battling not just the flames but also the limitations imposed by water scarcity. The challenges are immense, but so is the resilience and determination of those who fight to protect our land and communities. Wildfires are often ignited by natural causes. Lightning strikes can spark a blaze, but the severity of these fires is exacerbated by the availability of fuel. Dry vegetation provides the perfect kindling, and California's forests are drier than ever. The culprit? A prolonged and intensifying drought fueled by climate change and unsustainable water practices. Water scarcity creates a dangerous feedback loop. Drought stresses vegetation. Stressed vegetation becomes highly flammable. Wildfires ignite and spread more easily. This leads to larger, hotter, and more destructive fires. These fires further deplete water resources, perpetuating the cycle of drought and fire. California is a state of extremes. We have soaring mountains and arid deserts. We have bustling cities and fertile farmlands. All these ecosystems and industries depend on a finite water supply. This delicate balance is under increasing strain. Agriculture is the biggest water consumer in California. The state is a major producer of fruits, vegetables, and nuts. These crops require vast amounts of water to thrive. Urban areas also place a significant demand on water resources. As California's population continues to grow, so too does our thirst. Drought is not a new phenomenon in California. Our climate is naturally prone to periods of dryness, but the severity and duration of recent droughts are unprecedented. Climate change is altering precipitation patterns. Warmer temperatures increase evaporation. This leaves our forests and grasslands parched. Trees and plants need water to survive. During droughts, they become stressed. They produce resinous sap. Their leaves and branches dry out. This creates an abundance of highly flammable material. A single spark can ignite a wildfire that spreads with terrifying speed. Section 5. Bottled water, quenching thirst, or fueling the flames. In this section, we delve into the paradox of bottled water in California. While it may seem like a convenient solution to quench our thirst, it comes with a heavy price. The irony is not lost on us. California, a state that frequently faces severe droughts and water shortages, is also a major hub for the bottled water industry. This juxtaposition is both striking and troubling. As California grapples with water scarcity, we are also home to a thriving bottled water industry. This industry not only consumes vast amounts of water, but also profits from selling it back to the very communities that are struggling to conserve it. Companies extract billions of gallons of water each year. This water is often sourced from natural springs and aquifers, which are critical for maintaining the ecological balance and supporting local communities. They package it and sell it back to us. The convenience of bottled water comes at a significant cost, not just financially, but also environmentally and socially. This practice raises serious concerns about corporate responsibility and environmental sustainability. Activists and concerned citizens have long questioned the ethics of profiting from a resource as essential as water, especially in a state plagued by drought. The extraction of groundwater for bottled water production depletes aquifers. These underground reservoirs take thousands of years to replenish, and their depletion can have long-lasting impacts on the environment and water availability. These aquifers are vital sources of water for communities and ecosystems. When they are over-extracted, it not only affects human populations, but also the wildlife and natural habitats that depend on these water sources. The plastic bottles themselves pose a significant environmental hazard. They are often not recycled properly and end up polluting our land and waterways. They contribute to plastic pollution, which ends up in our landfills and oceans. This plastic waste can take hundreds of years to decompose, causing long-term damage to marine life and ecosystems. The bottled water industry, while providing a convenient product, raises critical questions about sustainability and the true cost of convenience. Section 6. Public outcry, a cry for responsible water management. Californians are increasingly aware of the state's water crisis. We see the images of dry reservoirs. We hear the pleas for conservation. We feel the economic impact of water shortages. There is a growing public outcry for change. People are demanding more responsible water management practices. They are calling for stricter regulations on industries like bottled water production. They are advocating for investments in water conservation and alternative water sources. The public is ready for action. Section 7. Innovation to the rescue, desalination and beyond. Necessity is the mother of invention. California is a hub of innovation. We are constantly seeking new solutions to address our water challenges. Desalination is one such solution that is gaining traction. Desalination is the process of removing salt from seawater. This creates a new source of fresh water that can be used for drinking, irrigation, and other purposes. While desalination requires significant energy input, advancements in technology are making it more efficient and cost-effective. Section 8. Community action, small steps, big impact. Addressing the water crisis is not just the responsibility of governments and large corporations. Every Californian has a role to play. Small changes in our daily habits can have a big impact. We can all take steps to conserve water in our homes and businesses. We can install low-flow showerheads and toilets. We can water our lawns less frequently. We can choose drought-tolerant landscaping. We can support businesses that prioritize water conservation. By working together, we can make a difference. Section 9. A vision for the future, policy reform and long-term solutions. California's water future depends on a multifaceted approach. This means addressing the immediate challenges while also planning for the long term. The state has faced severe droughts, and the impacts are visible in our dried lake beds and low reservoir levels. These are stark reminders of the urgent need for comprehensive water management strategies. We need policy reform that prioritizes sustainable water management. This involves creating laws and regulations that ensure water is used efficiently and responsibly. Politicians and policymakers must come together to draft legislation that supports these goals, ensuring that water resources are protected for future generations. We need to invest in long-term solutions that address the root causes of water scarcity. This includes repairing and upgrading our aging water infrastructure to prevent leaks and waste. On drought-affected farmlands, we must implement advanced irrigation techniques that use water more efficiently, ensuring that crops receive the necessary hydration without excessive use. And we need to continue to foster a culture of conservation. Community events that promote water-saving practices are essential. People can install water-saving devices in their homes, such as low-flow showerheads and efficient irrigation systems, to reduce their water footprint. This requires collaboration between government, industry, and communities. Government officials must work closely with community leaders and industry representatives to develop and implement sustainable water practices. This collaboration ensures that all stakeholders are involved in the decision-making process and that solutions are practical and effective. We need to update our water infrastructure to reduce waste and improve efficiency. Modern water treatment plants and upgraded pipelines can significantly reduce water loss and ensure that clean water is available to all residents. Investing in these upgrades is crucial for a sustainable water future. We need to explore innovative water storage and distribution systems. Advanced technologies such as smart irrigation systems and innovative water storage solutions can help manage water resources more effectively. These systems can monitor water usage in real time and adjust distribution to minimize waste. And we need to educate future generations about the importance of water conservation. Schools and educational programs play a vital role in teaching children about sustainable water use. By instilling these values early, we can ensure that future generations are equipped to manage water resources responsibly.